Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the vlog. It's actually Saturday and Charlie and I are here. You want to say hi, Charlie?
Hey, guys.
We are actually going to go do a little bit of car shopping since his truck has been totaled. We have probably a week or two to be able to find a new car, either for me and then he'll take over this lease, or we'll just get him another truck. We will see, but that is what we're up to today. So let's go do some car shopping. Alrighty, guys, so while we're heading over to the car dealership, I thought that I would just update y'all on what my meal plan is this week, like normal. So far, I don't have a plan. Next week, I will be off work Thursday and Friday, all the way through Monday, because it will be Memorial Day weekend. So I think I might just meal prep one meal that we can eat, 2 or 3 nights. And then we still have, do we just have the one meal left from Trader Joe's?
There's like a dumpling thing and then something else. Yeah,
those go together though. It's like a shrimp lo. We still have a shrimp lo mein and some like little dumplings that I got to make one meal. We did eat the rest of our meals. Charlie, what would you rate the Trader Joe's meals?
They were good.
You liked them? Now, he had to do all of the prep for those every night but most of them were like ready-made meals. He could literally just throw it in the oven and then it was done. So it just took a little bit of prep for that. But otherwise, I liked it. I didn't hate it. I did not like those frozen meals that I had, which I think I explained that in last week's video. So I'm either going to do my sandwich and fruit again this week or do like the Lynn cuisines. I actually like those better than the Trader Joe's frozen meals. Or I may try a different brand. I don't know. I did find one recipe on Facebook and I literally just like copied it and pasted it so that I printed it, and it's some kind of like balsamic chicken with pasta. So I think that I may make that this week. I really did like the steak last week. Did you like the steak?
Yeah, it was good.
So I may hit up Trader Joe's again, and then we may go to Publix. And I do think that I like the Publix fruit better than the Trader Joe's fruit. I don't know, y'all. I just love that Publix fruit. So anyway, we might have to do another, like a little hybrid this week, but I do think I'm going to prep that one meal. Now, I don't think that I'm going to prep the egg bites. Did you miss the egg bites this week?
No, I like the little frozen ones I had.
Oh, what did you get?
It's like a Jimmy Dean bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, I think.
Oh. So, yeah, he just got some of those. I never saw what he was making for breakfast. He's always making that whenever I'm getting in the shower. I kind of like the Trader Joe's ones. I like the fact that I could just put it in the air fryer. It was easy, and then take it with me, but it had a little bit too much of like an oniony flavor. So the other ones that I think I can only get at Costco. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I don't think I'm going to make the egg bites again. I've kind of been burnt out on making them to where it feels like a chore. When something starts to feel like a chore, then I feel like it's time for me to move on from it, even as convenient as they are, or they have been. But it's not like I can't go back and make them again later. But yeah, it's been feeling just like a pain in my butt to have to do every week. I just don't like cracking so many eggs, and it's just kind of a mess. But it's nice once it's done. So anyway, I do think that I'm going to take a little break. Maybe we'll run by Costco. My daughter's at the house cleaning too, by the way. It's actually 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and we are already out and about because when she comes to clean, she wants to get there at 9 o'clock, which I was not through getting ready. So she's basically wasted, 45 minutes talking to us? Yeah. She sat there talking to me. I was out of the shower. My goal really is to be out of the shower, but then she just comes in there and like sits down, and so we start chatting or whatever. So, but I love that, to be honest. And I've loved her actually working because she calls me every morning on the way to work. So I've been super happy about that. But yeah, hopefully we didn't waste too much of her time, but I'm sure now that we're out of there, she's got her AirPods or whatever, and she likes to put on a podcast and she'll listen to that, and she just likes to get into the zone and clean. And it really doesn't take her that long once she gets going, but she's kind of getting started an hour later than what she would have if I'd have been ready or had not have been there. Which last week I stayed, or 2 weeks ago when she came on Saturday, I stayed there and I was upstairs in my office recording my cash budgeting videos, which I still need to do that for this week. I have not recorded my week 3, but I just wanted to go ahead and get out here before it got hot and busy today. It's 77 degrees right now. I'm actually wearing my new t-shirt that I got from Old Navy. I think I showed it in last week's vlog, and my blue jean shorts. So I'm happy to have a beautiful Saturday. I'm ready for the pool to open, but it's been so like wet and rainy here. I don't think the water is going to be warm enough to use the pool next weekend. Do you?
I don't know. It's open.
It is open, but
Looks inviting.
I like the water to be what, like 95 degrees or something. I can't remember what my favorite temperature is. 90 degrees. I want it to feel like bath water. There's the Nissan dealer. So anyway, and by the way, I am just vlogging on my phone again. I have not edited the video completely for last week, so we'll see how this works out. But I've been using my phone to record like my cash budgeting videos, and so I've kind of gotten more used to using my phone to record, and it's just convenient because I have my phone in my pocket, so if I want to pull my phone out and record something, I can. Now I have y'all on this selfie stick, which I did order a new little tripod, one of those that's like the face tracking, and I had Charlie, I told him to open it for me this morning when I was getting in the shower. He literally just opened the box and didn't put it together, and so then it had to be charged too. So I'm still using my little old selfie stick, but we'll see how I like using that. And I thought that I might try that whenever I'm cooking this weekend too, and see like if it follows my movements and stuff. So I'm curious to see how that one works. And yeah, I think it's a DJI something. But it looked like a pretty good one, so I ordered it, and I see a bunch of those on TikTok all the time that people are showing, but I ordered a different brand than whatever they were showing. Oh, I'm about to pass the dealership. Okay, let me are they open?
Probably.
Alrighty guys, we're here at the dealership. Look, there's a red Cybertruck. I would never have one of those. They're ugly. Y'all, look at this pink Ford Bronco. Is that not cute? I would never buy it, but I'd feel like I was driving a Barbie Jeep. Alrighty guys, we are here at the car dealer. I kind of like this car, except it has red seat belts. I don't think that they'll show through. Actually, you can kind of see the red seat belt in the back seat, but that kind of kills the vibe for me. And again, I don't know if I'm gonna get a car, but I like that. Now here is a Mercedes GLE, and we came to look at this black one. No, not this one, this one. And it's a GLE coupe. It is a 4-door, but it's kind of like a cross between a car and an SUV. And this is an AMG GLE 53. We're waiting on the guy to get us the key. Alrighty guys, we are home. We did not buy a car or anything. We went to Trader Joe's and we got a few groceries. You'll probably need to bring those in too, maybe. And then we also went to Publix and got the rest of our groceries. So I do have one meal planned for this week, and it's that balsamic chicken and pasta, which is really just a bunch of veggies, chicken, and we got some Rayo's pasta. I didn't really get anything interesting at the grocery store. I got me some more Lean Cuisines and stuff. I'm not going to do a full grocery haul. My daughter just left. She just got through cleaning, and we're just trying to put the stuff up quickly. We probably need to go eat lunch. I'm pretty hungry, so not really sure what we're feeling. It's a beautiful day outside. I think that after going to look at that expensive car, though, that I'm like, the smart thing would be just to replace Charlie's truck with another one. And there is one at the Nissan dealership here that's just like his other truck. So I'm not going to go over there because I don't like to go over there and do all of that and wait with them. Charlie will have to do that on his own, but that's probably the route that we'll go. But it was fun driving the Mercedes. She has a good little get up and go, so I actually liked it. I'm trying it out on my new camera. I'm gonna see if it follows me if I move. See, it's not following me. Yeah, we're gonna have to read the instructions on this thing. This is one of those like DJI things, but it is supposed to like track my face, but I think you have to do something to where it locks in on your face or something. I don't know. I can move it up and down. But anyway, we'll see. And my eyes are probably not looking where they're supposed to. Like I'm trying to look at the actual lens instead of looking at myself. We'll see how vlogging on the camera goes. But we did go to Trader Joe's. We got some more steaks. We got some more of the dinner rolls and the baked potatoes, or the potatoes so that we can make baked potatoes. Those were really good. Those, let me show you those little dinner rolls. Y'all, these are so good, and we can definitely get more than one meal out of them. They're like 2 little loaves in here, and they're just delicious. Serving size is a whole roll. Surely not. Oh, so they're kind of to where you can cut them into fourths. I was fixing to say, because it says 8 servings. Yeah, so there's 8 servings in here, and Charlie like heated them up in the oven with just a little bit of butter on them, but they're only like $2 and something. So I do feel like it has saved us a little bit of money going to Trader Joe's, but we did end up going to Publix because, and I even ended up not buying my fruit for next week because I'm only going to work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. So I'm going to take off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I'm going to get like 5 days off. So I'm super excited about that. And I have a couple of fruit bowls left over from last week. So I'm going to have those with like Lean Cuisine. I did get one chicken burrito bowl to try just to see if it was any good. I did not get the stuff for my sandwiches or anything. I thought about it, but then I was like, oh yeah, I got this Kevin's chicken burrito bowl. I've never heard of it, but 28 grams of protein in here. So they had like 4 or 5 different kinds of bowls, I guess, in this Kevin's. This is the only one that I got. Otherwise, I just got a couple of Lean Cuisines. Like when I'm off on Thursday, Charlie will be working. He may be off on Friday with me. So if he is, then we'll probably run around, go out to eat lunch or something. So I definitely need to up my dining out budget for this next week. Also, we're gonna go probably somewhere for lunch today. I don't know. What are you feeling for lunch today?
Not sure.
Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and finish putting away these groceries. I got some chicken here. It needs to go in the fridge. Some veggies for that chicken, balsamic chicken. I got 3 zucchinis, 3 bell peppers, and 1 little thing of cherry tomatoes. And then we will have that with the pasta and stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that we've done so far today. Now the house is clean and groceries have been bought and I'm ready to eat some lunch. I'm hungry. We were eating some of the little free snacks at Publix. I'm going to carry this and see how it does. It kind of like moves around. It's kind of weird, but I don't know if it's trying to keep itself straight. Seems like it's moving a little bit too much. We'll see. Let the puppies in. And I don't know where Luna is. I have not seen that cat since my daughter got here pretty much. So I need to hunt her down. But I I'll check in with you later. I don't know what we're going to do for lunch. Either pick something up unless Charlie wants to grill out or something. He probably doesn't. What do you want to do, Charlie?
I don't know.
You don't know? I don't know what I think about this little tripod thing. It's weird because it's moving. But I guess like it's keeping the phone straight and like I'm actually moving it side to side. We'll see. I'm going to have to read the instructions on this and figure out how to do it exactly. All right, I'll check in with you guys later. Alrighty guys, I am back. It is actually Sunday and we're getting ready to do just a little bit of meal prep today. So I guess the last time I talked to you might have been whenever we were out car shopping yesterday, which we did end up making a purchase. I will show that to y'all later in the vlog, so stick around to see what we actually ended up doing. We had 3 choices basically. One was to buy me an expensive car, which is what you saw me go to the dealership and probably test drive. 2, we could just go buy Charlie another brand new truck. Or 3, we thought about buying him another truck that was cheaper that we could just pay cash for. So we did one of those 3 options, and I will show you at the end of this video what we ended up doing. So anyway, for today, for meal prep, I'm going to be making just one meal. And the reason is because we still have one meal left from my Trader Joe's meals last week. It was the shrimp lo mein, I guess, the ginger shrimp lo mein, and the little dumplings. We have not eaten those yet. And we also picked up more steaks at Trader Joe's. We went back over there and got a few things. Charlie bought himself some ciabatta rolls that were pretty cheap and some sandwich meat to make himself his sandwiches for work. And so we did just a little bit of Trader Joe's shopping yesterday. We also have the stuff to grill out burgers later in the week, but next weekend is Memorial Day weekend, so we will see. We'll probably do the steaks maybe today. I think that Charlie is getting pretty hungry. It's like 2 o'clock now, so I am getting a late start, but I'm only meal prepping one meal. I'm not meal prepping my egg bites, and again, we have those other meals, but I did want to meal prep this one meal that I found. And I found it on Facebook. I cannot remember who posted it. I basically was at work and saw it and copied it over into a Word document and printed it at work. And it's balsamic roasted veggie pasta with grilled chicken. And I kind of got tickled because looking at the recipe, it doesn't tell you how to prepare the chicken. But basically the whole recipe is how to make the roasted vegetables and the pasta and put that together, and then it just says add grilled chicken on top. So I'm going to kind of just season the chicken up with Italian seasoning and stuff. So basically we're going to, I need to preheat my oven because it needs to preheat to 400, which my oven takes a little while to preheat. Once she gets up there though, she is good to go. So we're basically going to combine a bunch of vegetables in a bowl and everything. So I'm going to get that out. Charlie has already prepped that for me. I debated on doing like grilled chicken tenders, chicken breast, whatever. We ended up just going ahead and dicing up the chicken so that once I make the pasta and add the veggies in together, then we will just put the chicken in. It'll all kind of have the same flavors and seasonings. So I'm going to use like the balsamic vinegar and olive oil and stuff like that on the chicken, Italian seasoning, and I think that it will come together nicely. So let's see. Again, just going to kind of wing it on how I season the chicken. And overall though, this is an easy meal. We're going to basically put some vegetables in the oven, put some pasta on to boil, which I did pick up some Rayo's pasta just because it was buy one get one free when we went in Publix yesterday. I'm not sure if I've tried the Rayo's. Maybe one time we bought the spaghetti. Anyway, you can't go wrong with Rayo's. It's good. Let me get everything together and we will get this one meal prepped. And Charlie's probably going to go ahead and grill out our steaks. Right, Charlie? He said as I walked by just now to come in here and start cooking that he was starving. So lots of times on Sundays we have kind of like a late start to the day, a late breakfast. I like to do all of my meal prep and then sometimes we will eat one of the meal prep meals. But I feel like we should go ahead, he could go ahead and make the steak and stuff. I don't know if he needs to start exactly at this moment, but here in a few minutes, maybe he can start like once my meal's kind of coming together a little bit, because I don't want him to get the steak and everything done, nor be in here making baked potatoes and rolls in the oven when my vegetables have to cook in the oven. So he may have to hold off a little bit. or we could just eat this meal tonight or after I get through making it. So that is an option, and we could do steak tomorrow. So let me converse with him and see what he wants to do, but I need to get started on this meal because regardless, he is starving. He's ready to eat something. So let me grab everything and we're gonna start this meal and get it done in no time. I'm gonna preheat my oven though because she takes a minute. All right, here are the ingredients that we are gonna need. I've got probably 3 chicken breasts diced up here. I like to try to do at least 24 ounces. I got 2 or 3 zucchinis diced up. I have some little baby tomatoes diced up, a couple of bell peppers. This is the pasta that I got. Again, it was just buy one, get one free. It's the fusilli, I guess is how you say that. These are the spices and everything that you will need. Salt and pepper, some balsamic vinegar, some garlic, and then it only calls for really Italian seasoning, but I'm also going to use oregano and basil because, I mean, you can't go wrong with it, and salt and pepper. So what I'm going to do is get the vegetables together, and I'm also going to go ahead and kind of let the chicken marinate a little bit until I get ready to cook it. I'm just going to season it up with salt and pepper, some of the oregano, basil, and Italian seasoning, and maybe a little bit of the balsamic vinegar in there, and then we'll just cook that in the skillet. I think that will cook pretty quick. I'm going to get a pot of water started to boil for the pasta. The vegetables will cook in the oven on a sheet pan, and it says that they take like 25 to 30 minutes. So we'll see how quickly those go. I don't want to start cooking the chicken and the pasta too quickly. I'll start those like once we get the vegetables in the oven. I think that will be best. Okay, so I've got my pot of water here. I'm going to go ahead and get that started because this takes quite a while to get to a boil. And I'm going to salt my water pretty generously. I'm just going to put the lid on this and let this come to a boil. We will just probably cook the pasta for 7 or 8 minutes, something like that. So that will be fine until we get back to it. Now let me tilt you down. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see here. I need a big bowl for the vegetables, but before I do that, so I'm just going to season the chicken up with salt and pepper. And the oregano, basil, and Italian seasoning. I'm probably going to give it a stir and then season it again. So what we decided on for our late lunch, early dinner is going to be the steaks. Charlie is going to start cooking probably once I get through. So I'm just going to mix this up and then I'm going to season it again just to make sure that all of the chicken is good and seasoned, because I don't know about you, but I just don't like plain bland chicken or plain bland food in general. Okay, so I have this chicken all seasoned up. I'm just going to set it to the side, and then we will go ahead and get our vegetables ready, get them in the sheet pan and in the oven. Okay, so I'm just going to use this large bowl that will hold all of the vegetables. Basically, we're going to combine all of the vegetables together. So I'm going to go ahead and put my zucchini in, and my peppers, and my tomatoes. Now, the recipe also calls for it says zucchini, bell peppers, cherry tomatoes, and red onion, which I did not do the red onion. But basically, we're going to drizzle this with olive oil, balsamic vinegar, put some garlic in here, and then all of the seasonings, salt and pepper, and make sure that it's well coated. We're just going to go ahead and start with the olive oil. Hopefully, I have some olive oil in this container. It's hard for me to tell. I feel like it's almost empty. And some balsamic vinegar. I do not have very much left in this. The recipe calls for 3 tablespoons, but I'm kind of doubling the recipe. I don't know if I want to put 6 tablespoons, but I want to try to use this up because it's probably been in my cabinet for a hot minute anyway. I have no idea how old this is. I bet it's expired, and I'm not even going to look. Smells okay. We'll see if that is enough. We're going to go ahead. It calls for 2 cloves of garlic. We'll just put a couple of big scoops. And then we're going to go in with all of those same seasonings. So salt and pepper, oregano, Italian seasoning, and some basil. I think this meal's going to be really good, y'all. This already smells good. Okay, perfect timing. Oven is preheated. I feel like that's coated pretty good. I was thinking I might need to go in with a little bit more. of the balsamic vinegar, but I think I did a pretty good amount. Make sure this garlic gets mixed up in here well. Okay, let's move over to the island. I'm gonna grab a baking sheet and we'll get this in the oven. Okay, it says to line your baking sheet with parchment paper. I'm just gonna use aluminum foil. And you probably don't even really have to line it. I just think that kind of helps keep your pan a little bit cleaner. Our water's about to boil too. So we're gonna just dump all of this right on here. And then I'm just gonna kind of spread it out into as thin of a layer as I can. And it's gonna go in the oven. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in for 30 minutes. I feel like that will be a good amount of time. Look at that, isn't that beautiful with all those vegetables? Oh, there's a piece of zucchini left. Okay, water is starting to boil. This is going in the oven for 30 minutes. Okay, the water has not started to boil exactly just yet, but you might be able to hear it. It's getting ready to. So we're gonna go ahead and just drizzle a little bit of olive oil in this skillet and get our chicken in there. And I may put a little bit of the balsamic vinegar on the chicken. I have not yet. Okay, water is boiling now. Okay, so pasta is in, and I just set a timer over here for 8 minutes just so that it kind of gives it 1 minute to get back up to boiling. And I'm going to wash out my bowl because ultimately we will put the pasta and the veggies together in the bowl and then kind of put the chicken on top of that after it cooks. So let me get this chicken going, kind of do a little bit of cleanup. I'll be right back. Okay, just checking in. The pasta is done. I just have it here. I put it back in the bowl. I did kind of wash the bowl out, even though I'm putting the veggies and the pasta right back in there. So the pasta's just kind of waiting. The chicken, it's close to being done. I definitely want it to be a little bit crispy on the outside. So I've just kind of been cooking it low, but now I've turned the heat up, and we're going to try to crisp it up some. And yeah, we're just waiting on the veggies. I think they're doing okay, so I'll be back once I have this plated up. This is an easy meal. Didn't take no time at all. Of course, it does help that Charlie always does all of my chopping and prepping for me, and then I can just come in here and throw it together. So I'm sure that took a few minutes, but once you get that done, it's very easy. One thing I did forget about was putting some of the balsamic vinegar on there, so I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of that on the chicken as well. And that's pretty much going to finish this off. And I can buy another one that can sit in my cabinet for a few years. All right, now we're talking. That's looking good. Okay, we'll be back. Alrighty guys, chicken is done, pasta is done. I combined everything. Y'all probably just saw a little bit of footage of that, and yeah, we come out with a pretty good looking dish. I tasted the pasta and the veggies tasted good. I did not taste the chicken, but Charlie did, and he said that it was good. But super excited to try this. I think this is a nice little easy healthy meal. So that is going to be the only meal that I am prepping today. So yeah, we'll just see. I don't know if I'm going to end the vlog today because there really wasn't that much in there. Since last week I continued the vlog on until Thursday night, and so then I started this vlog yesterday, so we'll see. I may or may not continue on, but I do want to show you Charlie's truck. He's getting everything ready to start grilling. I've got those baked potatoes going in the microwave behind me. He's outside at the moment, so let me put this away and then we'll go out there and I will show you his new vehicle that he got. Y'all want to go see what vehicle we got? Let me take his keys. He's out here just sitting out here chilling. Let me grab my phone just in case I need it. He's grilling the steaks, but this shouldn't take but just a moment. Come on, dogs, y'all want to go? I'm coming to show your vehicle. Alrighty guys, here is Charlie's truck. I had to switch over to my phone. My camera was just the sun is just too bright to actually pick it up. So we actually went with option 3, which is to buy the older truck and pay cash for it. It still looks really good overall. It is, I don't know, like 10 or 11 years old, but it does have leather and everything inside. They actually don't make the Titan. This is the Nissan Titan. So it does have the 4 doors. Oh, I guess that's locked. But I like it. It's got the nice tan interior. Nice little truck bed in there. So that's what we did. Are you happy with your vehicle?
I like it.
Yeah? All right. I'll take my camera. This camera is not that good in the sun on picking things up. So actually, I haven't even looked at the car. I found it online like yesterday and sent a message about it, and he went and looked at it, and we just decided to go ahead and get it. So paid cash, no loan payment. We'll just have to pay ourselves back now. But that's what we ended up with, a white Titan. It has brand new tires on it. So all that's good. Hopefully it will be a good truck for him. That over there is the rental car. It has to go back. So that's the choice we made, and I feel good about it. I think that if I had bought that expensive Mercedes, I wouldn't feel as good about it as I feel about paying cash for an older truck for him. So anyway, that's what we did. And yeah, I'm going to get in here and let him finish up the steaks. I don't want them to burn. But y'all know I like to have mine extra crispy. These are fillets. They're a little thick. So he's cutting mine in half. So anywho, okay, I'll touch base with y'all later. I don't know if I'm going to continue on with the vlog or what, but we'll see. Alrighty guys, good morning. It is Tuesday, and I thought I would come on here and finish off this vlog with a little car chat. So let's go to work. Alrighty guys, we are on our way to work this morning. I wanted to finish off this vlog. So yeah, it's been a crazy few days with Charlie's accident, the rental car, getting him a new vehicle, all of that. It like all happened so fast. It was also unexpected, and yeah, I'm a little bit tired, but I'm super excited this week because I'm only working Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So tomorrow is kind of like my Friday. So I'm super excited about that. I have a lot to do today and tomorrow just to be able to be off on on Thursday and Friday. I was just going to take Friday, but then I decided to take Thursday too. And I think that Charlie is going to be able to be off on Friday, so we will have a nice long weekend. I think we're going to get the kids one night. I don't know exactly which night during the weekend, but we will see. There's like 15 cars coming, and I have to turn here. All right, I finally got turned. That took a hot minute. There was just so many cars coming. Normally there's not that many right there, but I'm not necessarily leaving on time today. It's 7:52 now. I could have left like at 1:15, but I saw where the dogs had spilled some water, so I had to stop and clean that up. But anyway, my brain has done forgotten what I was saying prior to turning because I was sitting there waiting on those cars for so long. So anywho, I just wanted to wrap up this vlog and chat with you guys. So Charlie, I think, is super happy with his truck. Today is technically the first day that he is driving it to work. Yesterday, he drove the rental car, and then he dropped that off whenever he got off work, and then I had to go pick him up at, I think it was Enterprise. Anyway, so all of that is done. Got the truck on the insurance. Still waiting. So the insurance adjuster called, and the payoff amount that the Nissan Motor Acceptance or whatever that the truck is financed through gave the insurance adjuster a completely wrong amount. They transposed 2 numbers, and luckily she had talked to me, and I had told her, roughly what the balance was. And so what they're giving us for the truck is more than what we owe on it because I've been paying extra on the truck. And Anyway, so she calls me yesterday and she's like, hey, I got this number from them for the payoff. And she's like, it's so different than what you gave me. And I was like, no, ma'am, that is not correct. And I said, let me grab my laptop. I logged in real quick. I downloaded a statement, pulled a 10-day payoff, and I was like, this is what the balance is. I said, they have transposed those numbers. And so then she had to go through the process of like calling several different times. She said she got hung up on like 3 times, and she said everybody just acted like they didn't know. I mean, honestly, come on, people. I used to work at a bank. You can easily pull the count up and see, but they were just so difficult. So she finally did get somebody that actually was helpful and did pull the correct payoff amount, but she has to send in another request so that she has it like in writing from them to submit the correct payoff, and then she will send us the difference. Because I'm like, no, we're not going to send all that money to them, because then it will take me forever to get the money back from them. So anyway, I'm so glad that she called me. I will have to say, kudos to Farm Bureau, because they have kind of taken care of us. We've already gotten the money to fix the one part of our roof where the leak was, and to fix the drywall. Now, I'm really not as concerned about getting the drywall inside fixed as the roof. I'm going to call my roofer today and try to see if he can come by on Friday. One thing, we are going to go ahead and pay to have the whole roof replaced. And one thing that I have always wanted is like a little bit of a covered front porch. And the way the front of my house is, there's just barely any overhang. So I don't know if that is something that they would be able to do. I don't really know how much expense that would be, but I mean, they're going to rip everything off and completely put a new roof on. They're going to replace the decking as needed. And I'm like, since you're going to do all of that, we could build out a little portion of the roof. So we will see. I'm going to see if that guy can come by possibly on Friday, when Charlie and I will both be there. And then we also need to go pick out our shingles. He said that they were about 2 or 3 weeks out. I'm not necessarily in that big of a hurry. Trying to let this car over because there's a trash truck in the road. Okay, I'm not necessarily in that big of a hurry, but it has been raining a lot. So the more it rains, then the more water is going to come through in that spot. But anyway, so yeah, I need to touch base with him. I was trying to just get everything settled with the car, to be honest, because I really wasn't prepared for all of that to happen literally the day that I filed the claim on the roof. So yeah, it's kind of been a lot going on, but the car situation for the most part is figured out. Hopefully she gets the correct payoff from them today and gets that taken care of, and then can get us the difference, because now that we've spent the cash on Charlie's new truck, even though it's not a new truck, but it is new to him, and we did just outright pay for it, I definitely need that cash back from the insurance company to be able to put the roof on the house. So gotta kind of deal with all of that this week, and I would kind of like to pinpoint down like an exact time that they are planning on coming to do our roof. So yeah, just a lot going on, and also working and all of that. So y'all, I am so looking forward to my long upcoming weekend. I will be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So it's like I'm getting a week off, which sounds kind of crazy, but I'm here for it. I'm not really planning on doing a whole lot of stuff. Like Thursday will kind of be a day for myself. And then Friday, I do have just one appointment, kind of like smack dab in the middle of the day, but otherwise it will just be a day for me and Charlie to kind of take care of stuff. Unfortunately, since it's been so rainy, I think the high on Friday is only supposed to be like 69 or 70 degrees, something like that. So yeah, we probably aren't going to be able to really enjoy the pool, which will be disappointing, because I know that the kids would really love to get in the pool. But I'm not putting them in the water with it cold. I cannot stand the cold water. If it was an in-ground pool, I would have a heater, and you can get a heater put in on an above-ground pool, and we thought about it last year, because if you are new here, our pool collapsed last year, our above-ground pool, and so we just put another above-ground pool in because it's really expensive to put in an in-ground pool, and since we've kind of been on the fence about whether or not we're going to stay in that house, I did not want to put that money into putting an in-ground pool in. So yeah, we will probably not be able to enjoy the pool until, I don't know, June at this point. It's ridiculous. I'm ready for like some 100-degree days, and I might be eating those words, but I'm usually always cold. Like at work, I freeze all day long. Even if the air is on just for a little bit, I have my heater on in my office because everybody is hot in there and they've got the air conditioning blasting, and I am freezing to death. But anyway, I digress. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this little vlog. That's kind of what I have coming up. I'm going to try to pick up and probably start vlogging for my next one on Thursday. Now, I'm not really sure if I'm going to meal prep next weekend. Now that I've skipped one weekend on meal prep, and I'm like, okay, so I can kind of play with this a little bit. I did, of course, do my one meal this week, and we've had our steak, and then we've had that meal once. I'll go ahead and give my review here on that balsamic chicken, veggies, pasta. Yeah, the balsamic chicken and veggies and pasta, I guess is what it's called. It's okay. I wish that I had some other flavor in there with the balsamic vinegar, because I can almost taste that too much. Maybe I should not have put it on the chicken. I didn't think that I put that much, but I was trying to use up what was in that container because it's kind of old. But it wasn't bad. I would definitely make it again, but I might do something different with the chicken. The pasta's good. The veggies are good. Yeah, it's okay. I would give it a solid 6.5 out of 10, I think. So, yeah, we will see. So we have 2 more of those meals, and then we also have the shrimp lo mein and the dumplings. Maybe we can have that one tonight. I don't know. I'm sure Charlie is probably going to mow the yard. I don't know if it's supposed to rain today. Like, it poured down rain on and off yesterday, but then at other times it was sunny. Of course, he did not have time to do it by the time that he dropped that rental car off, and I had to drive all the way across town to get him. It's close to our house, but not close to my work. So he just had to sit there and wait on me. One of them was going to take him home, but they were like, yeah, if you don't mind waiting, one of the guys in the back can take you here in a little bit. And I was like, no, I can leave work right now. I said, it'll take me maybe 20 minutes to get there. So I went ahead and headed over there. But, it just kind of threw our night off just a little bit. So yeah, so he's probably going to want to mow the yard, I would say tonight or tomorrow night. You never know. It depends. He will just he tries to mow the yard during the week, one day whenever he gets off a little bit earlier. Not sure if he will get off any earlier this week, since he's going to try to take Friday off. He usually never takes the Fridays off, but since I was off this Friday and it's the Friday before Memorial Day, I definitely wanted him to try to get it. So anywho, with all that being said, we will see how the rest of this week goes and what we end up doing next weekend. Again, it's Memorial Day weekend. I know that we will grill out some burgers. I want to try to make some skinny margaritas, so looking forward to that. But I also wanted to do that and be able to get in the pool, but maybe if it's sunny, I can at least lay out and look at the water. We'll just see if I get to get any sunshine. Y'all, I am so pale. Your girl needs some sun. I need some vitamin D. So I have been looking forward to just vegging by the pool, but not sure if I'll get any pool time this weekend. Maybe it'll warm up by Monday on actual Memorial Day. We'll see. But 70 degrees is the high Friday, 69 or 70, and I think it's going to be cloudy. So, that sounds like that one's going to be a no. But anywho, I love you guys. If you make it all the way to the end, be sure to give me a thumbs up, like this video. It really helps out my channel. Subscribe if you haven't. It is free, and yeah, I'm trying to grow my channel. I got a lot of cash budgeting stuff to do this weekend too, and I hope that some of y'all that really aren't into the cash budgeting maybe are enjoying that a little bit and also learning something from it. That's kind of how I got into it, was just kind of watching it a little, kind of doing that little 100 envelope challenge last year. And y'all, I am so happy because now that Charlie's truck, once it is paid off, we will not have any debt other than our house. So I think that's pretty good. And I've learned how to use my credit card and pay it off every week, which I kind of learned that over the past 2 or 3 years I've been doing it. But now I'm using the credit card less. I'm paying more with cash, and overall it just feels better. It feels good to like have that surplus of cash in case I needed to dip into it. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking out, and I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to turn. I'll be at work in like 2 minutes, and I'll see you all in the next vlog. So bye guys. Love y'all. Take care.